Hey everybody, I am David, and today I want to talk about a new movie from Steven Spielberg that dropped this week. It's in theaters right now, Ready Player One. This is based off a novel from the same name, but I'm going to say if you are someone that read the novel, I'm going to say to go in without expecting it to be a full out straight adaptation. I don't think you should ever think that whenever you see a movie. But as I'm only half. I don't know how far into the book I'm at. I'm like at chapter I think 11 or 12. So I've been listening to the audiobook because reading is just a pain in the ass sometimes. And so I'm into the audiobook. I'm on chapter 11 or 12. And I did recognize some beats that were in this movie, but there's a whole lot of detail obviously that's going to be left out or changed, and I just want you guys to know that. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm going to leave it at that. But I am able to put the differences of the book and the movie aside. This is actually one of the first movies that I've done something like that to. Let me start off with the characters themselves. I think Ty Sheridan plays a great a great role in this movie. I think people might remember him as Cyclops from X-Men Apocalypse. Well, he is the main character in this movie, and I think once you learn a little bit about him throughout the movie, and you start to root for him, I think. Or at least I was rooting for him, so I hope other people are rooting for him too. And definitely his supporting cast of characters that we learn more about as the movie goes on, specifically Artemis, who is his romantic love interest. I also really enjoyed the villain played by Ben Mendelsohn in the movie. You guys might remember him from like Rogue One, a Star Wars story. He played Krennic in that movie. He was also in The Dark Knight Rises as Daggett. And I thought he was really terrific. I think all the actors are really great. Mark Rylance as the creator of the Oasis. I thought he did a really good job. I've been hearing some mixed things about him, but I actually liked him in that movie because he definitely has that soft, innocent spot that I think really worked well for the movie, and I think that's why Spielberg obviously cast him in here. Simon Pegg is also in the movie, which I kind of forgot that he was in here, so I consider that a good thing. Like, some people will say, like, what, you forgot he was in there? And then when you find out a little bit more about him, another character that he plays, you start to realize, oh wow, okay, I need to go back and watch this movie to see it again, just for his role in this, his double role in this movie. I will say a lot of cameos that I think a lot of people are expecting, like a lot of the video game and movie cameos, a lot of them are really good, and there were so many. This is definitely going to be one of those movies that if you are a movie or a video game fan, you're going to have to take your time to sit down and pause or put in slow motion or something every single scene that passes by, because there were so many movie cameos and TV cameos. Ones that were like plainly obvious, like, I'm not going to spoil any, but like the Iron Giant, obviously everybody knows he's in here, and his role is pleasantly nice. I was really happy with the way that character was played out in the movie. The amount of time that was given to it. And obviously there's some surprise cameos and stuff like that I really enjoyed and really liked seeing. Some my brother caught that I didn't, some I caught that he didn't. So same thing with my friend that came along with us. It was a lot of eye candy for the viewers who are looking forward to that stuff. And only Spielberg would be able to make it happen. The story obviously is like a modern day Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You have a contest that everybody is trying to win. Unlike Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, more than five people can enter the contest. Everybody can enter this contest. It's just who has the skills and the wits to actually succeed. So obviously there's a story there that we're all familiar with, but they modernize it in a really cool way. Virtual reality is something that obviously is becoming a bigger and bigger thing in our society. So probably one of the more realistic futures that we see on film. And so in that way, I think it can become really relatable. If you are someone that's like expecting a lot of action in this movie, you're going to be disappointed with that. Believe me, I know somebody that was disappointed with that, which seemed odd. The movie should not just be about action. They should also be about story and characters as well. And I think on that front, this movie succeeds on every level. I personally, I really enjoyed myself all the way through. I was rooting for the characters. I was on edge. I was wondering, man, are the characters really going to get through this? Like, I literally thought that at times. Like, how are they going to get to this part of the movie, you know? Like, so I found myself rooting for the good guys and like hating on the villains. I don't like saying villains because the villains think that they're right, but you know they're bad guys. Yeah, so this was a really enjoyable movie, guys, and I really want this movie to do well. So I'm going to definitely recommend this film for anybody that's watching this video. I think this is a movie that deserves to do really good, and I hope word of mouth gets out there like my video. I hope my video reaches people that like are curious about this movie but not too sure, like I was, you know. And I checked out reviews, and reviews got me curious. Okay, it sounds like it's pretty decent, so I'll go check it out. And I was pleasantly surprised. I had a blast watching this movie. Definitely it's going to be up there with Black Panther as my number one and number two. I don't know which one I'm going to put it yet. It's too early for me to decide where I want Ready Player One on my list, but it's definitely in my top two so far of this year. So, you know, we're not having a lot of big hits coming out right now, but I think those two alone is making me excited for the rest of 2018. We need the rest of the movies this year to really step up its game. Hopefully Avengers Infinity War lives up to the hype on what that hype is creating, and whatever other movies comes out this year. So Ready Player One, congratulations Spielberg, your magic is back and I love it. This definitely had classic Spielberg written all over it, and I loved every minute of it. And I'm definitely going to buy this one on Blu-ray. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'm going to rate it... There's a part of me that wants to give it a 9, but I am going to give it an 8.5 because I think I want to give it a 9 because I'm jumping to conclusions. But deep down, when I really think about it, I'm going to give it an 8.5. It could always change. Maybe I will push it up to that 9. But I think that's just the excitement level in me wanting to give it that, because I'm really happy. I haven't enjoyed a Spielberg movie like this in a long time. So yeah, Spielberg, I'm giving this movie an 8.5, a strong 8.5 out of 10. Like if I had to give it a few more points, it would maybe be 8.8 or something like that. But I don't like giving numbers like that. So 8.5 out of 10. Guys, tell me your thoughts. Guys and girls, tell me your thoughts on the movie, on Ready Player One, if you checked it out. If you haven't checked it out yet, tell me if you're going to. Tell me if what I said is leaning you towards more curiosity now, and maybe you will check it out. Tell me. And if you do, believe me, I recommend it. With that being said, like this video, subscribe to my channel, spread the word about Ready Player One. I want this movie to succeed. I don't want this to be a half-assed movie in the box office. I want good movies deserve to do good. And people should support good movies. Check them out, especially if you're hearing good things about it. And decide for yourself. Be part of the conversation. Don't just say, I'm going to brush this one off. Believe me, this one is worthy in the theaters to check. I really felt that way when watching it. I even feel like seeing it again. So with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.